Respect and inclusivity in the classroom, a teacher's journey from challenges to understanding. This class has a lot of challenges, but don't worry, you'll do fine. Just follow the notes I left for you from the previous teacher. Yeah, I've read through them. I'm just a little concerned about the problematic students, but I'll handle it. Good luck. The class will keep you on your toes. All right, here goes. Let's try to make this work. Reflection question 1. Identifying issues with assumptions of problematic students. What does the teacher's assumption about her students being problematic reveal about her perspective on education? Let's start with attendance, shall we? Alexa, Bradley, Nathan. The teacher looks down at the attendance sheet and pauses when she comes across the name Muhammad. She hesitates. Muhammad? A couple of students began whispering and giggling. Isn't that the name of a terrorist leader? Yeah, Muhammad, I heard that name in the news. Terrorist, right? Muhammad, sitting in the front row, visibly tenses. He slams his hands on the desk and stands up quickly. That's not true. My name is important to me and my family. Stop making fun of it. The students giggle, not fully understanding the significance. Muhammad, embarrassed, slumps back down in his seat, hiding his face in his hands. Well, he's one of the problematic students. The teacher said he has violent outbursts. Should I send him to the office now? Or, no, that might just make things worse. Okay, let's move on. Muhammad, thank you for speaking up. Reflection question 2. Cultural sensitivity and empathy. What does Muhammad's outburst reveal about the need for cultural sensitivity in the classroom? Later, the teacher pulls Muhammad aside into the hallway. Muhammad, I saw you were upset earlier. Can you tell me more about why that happened and what upset you? My name is a part of my culture, and it's really important to my family. But when people make fun of it, they make me feel like my culture doesn't matter. That's why I don't like using my real name here. It's easier to use a nickname. I'm really sorry that happened. Your name is valuable, and I understand now. Thank you for sharing that with me. Thanks for listening. It means a lot. Muhammad walks back into the class, and the teacher stands in the hallway reflecting. I wish I had done more earlier. I should have stopped the class and explained the importance of names. Maybe I can set up a cultural presentation project where students can share what their names mean so everyone can better understand each other. Reflection question 3. Culturally relevant pedagogy and empathy. What can the teacher do to foster empathy and understanding regarding cultural differences in her classroom? After class, students go to their lockers. One student, in a wheelchair, stays behind. Hey, I noticed you didn't go for a snack. Is everything all right? Other students get annoyed when I roll down the hall, and I'm often late to class because my locker is downstairs. The elevator is slow, so I wait until the hall is less crowded before heading to my next class. That sounds frustrating. It shouldn't be that way. You shouldn't have to wait to feel comfortable going to your locker. The student nods, rolling away, and the teacher watches thoughtfully. Why does the system label her as problematic for being late? The real problem is the lack of accommodations. It's not her fault she's facing these challenges. The teacher checks her notes and sees the student is labeled as problematic for using her disability as an excuse. Reflection question 4. Pedagogical considerations for students with disabilities. How should the teacher address the accessibility issue faced by student 2, who uses a wheelchair? The teacher hands out a test to the class. Student 3 sits at the back, staring at the paper, their face a mix of confusion and frustration. By the end of the class, they've only written their name. I see you're having trouble with the test. What's going on? I don't understand most of the questions. English is really hard for me, and I don't know what they're asking. I try to keep up, but I always end up getting zeros. The last teacher stopped sending me to the help room because I was falling further behind, and I don't know what to do anymore. That must be incredibly frustrating, especially when you're trying so hard. I'm really sorry you feel like you're not getting the support you need. I know language barriers can make everything harder. Let's talk about this tomorrow during lunch. I'll help you go over the test and explain it step by step. You'd really do that? I didn't think anyone would want to help me. That would mean so much. Reflection question 5. Supporting multilingual students. What does Student 3's experience in this scene highlight about the challenges faced by multilingual students? At the end of the day, the teacher hears yelling in the hallway. She approaches a group of girls surrounding another female student. What's going on here? This girl is a lesbian. We don't want her changing with us. I'm just changing for gym class. Why does it matter? Let's all take a deep breath and talk this through. What's really going on? I came out to my friends and told them about my girlfriend. After that, rumors started, and now they're uncomfortable with me. I feel like they're rejecting me just because my sexuality is different than theirs. Before the teacher can intervene further, the group of girls scoff and roll their eyes, walking away. One of them says a homophobic slur under their breath before disappearing into the gym. The teacher turns to the student and says, I'm really sorry you're going through this. You deserve to be treated with respect and feel comfortable. Feel free to come to my classroom at any point if you're feeling unsafe. Reflection question 6. Addressing LGBTQ+ issues in the classroom. What is the teacher's role in addressing issues related to LGBTQ students? At the end of the day, the teacher sits at her desk, reflecting on the students' situations. When I first read the notes on these students, I thought they were really problematic and going to be a challenge. But Student 1's frequent outbursts towards other students was just him trying to defend himself. When I read about Student 2 being frequently late and using their disability as an excuse, I never would have known that it was because they struggled to get from one class to the next. Student 3 isn't avoiding doing work, as the previous teacher suggested. He just needs help with the language change that he's facing. And lastly, Student 4 isn't harassing other students. They are just trying to get through class like anyone else. They just needed understanding and support. I've learned so much today, and I know I can do better for tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'll start a cultural project and create an environment of inclusivity. I'll set up office hours for extra help, address bullying head-on, and add pride symbols in the classroom. Final reflection question. What is the most effective way for teachers to create a welcoming, inclusive classroom environment? In the video, the teacher's journey from making assumptions to realizing the deeper, often systematic struggles students face demonstrates the importance of culturally relevant pedagogy and inclusive teaching practices. It's clear that the teacher's initial deficit-based perspective on students evolves as she learns to emphasize and understand with her students' individual challenges. The video underscores the role of empathy, cultural awareness, and advocacy in creating a classroom that truly supports diversity and fosters inclusivity. By addressing issues such as cultural sensitivity, language barriers, accessibility, and LGBTQ inclusivity, the teacher transitions from viewing students through a narrow lens of problematic behavior to recognizing their diverse needs and strengths. This shift highlights how essential it is for educators to actively challenge their biases, engage with their students' unique backgrounds, and implement strategies that promote equity and justice. As the teacher reflects on the day, the plan for the future becomes clear. Proactive, culturally inclusive strategies that meet students where they are. The teacher's commitment to addressing the challenges faced by multilingual students, students with disabilities, and the LGBTQ students sets a powerful example of how to build an environment where every student is respected and understood and supported.